Oh shit, here we go again. Hell yeah, I love to come to Brazil, man. It's like, hey, Melee, I was in a meeting with Rockstar Games, and he was like, yeah, and they heard you talking, and they want you to come in for an interview. I said, wait a minute, man, you was in a meeting, but why you didn't tell me?
E aí pessoal, tudo bem com vocês? Sunnyplay aqui outra vez e galera, esse aqui é sem dúvidas o melhor vídeo desse canal, pelo menos até agora. E olha, tem momentos na vida que simplesmente parecem impossíveis, e esse aqui sem dúvida é mais um deles. Pra quem já acompanha o canal Sunnyplay tá ligado que eu já tô há muitos anos produzindo conteúdo pra vocês aqui no YouTube. Graças a Deus eu pude realizar muitas coisas que pareciam impossíveis pra mim. Quando eu consegui finalmente entrevistar os protagonistas do GTA V, era algo que parecia surreal, mas que felizmente a gente conseguiu fazer acontecer. E desde então, novas oportunidades foram abertas, assim como novos desafios chegaram. Só que sempre com muito trabalho, muita dedicação e muita persistência, a gente conseguiu superar cada um deles. E olha, analisando a última entrevista do canal Sunnyplay foi com Roger Clark, nada mais nada menos do que o Arthur Morgan do Red Dead Redemption 2. E olha, já foi uma mega conquista. E parece que a cada nova entrevista, os desafios ficam ainda mais árduos. Aliás, para superar a entrevista anterior, a gente tem que ir muito mais além do que todo mundo espera. E vamos combinar, rapaziada? Já entrevistamos os atores do GTA V, desenvolvedores e até mesmo diretores da Rockstar Games, só que tinha um entrevistado que parecia ser impossível de alcançar. Aquele que toda vez que eu pensava, eu falava, cara, o dia que eu conseguir entrevistar esse cara, eu vou ter zerado o game. E olha que quando eu comecei a fazer vídeos aqui pro canal Sunnyplay, eu nunca imaginei nem no meu melhor sonho que algum dia isso seria possível. Conversar com a pessoa que tá por trás do CJ, o personagem que sem dúvidas marcou a minha infância e de milhões de pessoas. É, rapaziada, garanto pra vocês que esse não foi um desafio nada fácil de cumprir e sem dúvidas uma grande responsabilidade, mas que a gente conseguiu tirar de letra. Senhoras e senhores, essa aqui é a minha entrevista com Young Melee, nada mais nada menos do que o ator por trás do Carl Johnson do GTA San Andreas. Mas peraí, eu acho que uma ocasião especial como essa merece um traje à altura. Ah, agora sim. Mas peraí, cara, eu acho que ainda não tá bom o suficiente. E quem sabe se a gente mudar mais alguma coisa por aqui? Quem sabe o ângulo da câmera? Vamos lá. Acho que agora é hora do show. Podemos começar, né? Deixa o like ao Sunny. Santos, 2004. 2004 foi um ano muito importante pra cultura pop. Ainda mais se você tinha lá seus 7, 8 anos. O Orkut era a rede social do momento. Os celulares ainda tinham uma antena, e o que determinava se a sua internet era rápida era se o seu MSN não ia cair. E o mundo dos videogames estava pegando fogo, e os jogos que dominavam as lan houses eram o Counter-Strike, o famoso CS 1.6. Naquela época, se você gritasse bomba na B, metade da sua rua ia responder. Tinha também o Need for Speed Underground 2, o jogo que ensinou uma geração inteira que colocar neon embaixo do carro é de extremo bom gosto. Mas olha, nada, eu digo nada, era tão comentado nas escolas quanto o GTA San Andreas. Basicamente na escola existiam dois grupos, quem já tinha jogado e quem ainda tava vacilando.
Zerei o GTA San Andreas.
A melhor forma de ganhar uma moral com a galera era dizendo que você fechou o GTA San Andreas sem usar código. E o jogo não era só hype, tinha lenda urbana, dava pra malhar, engordar, namorar, aquilo era o mais próximo que a gente ia chegar de uma mulher tão cedo. Sem mencionar o tal mod Hot Coffee, que na época parecia só uma lenda urbana, mas que hoje, parando pra pensar, faz eu entender por que eu sou tão viciado num cafezinho quente. O lance é que naquela altura todos meus amigos já tinham jogado GTA San Andreas, e é óbvio que eu não via a hora de jogar também. Mas aquilo tava prestes a mudar. Ah, se tava. E tava tudo bem até minha mãe ver uma notícia no jornal.
O jogo do capeta é o GTA San Andreas.
E foi ali que a minha mãe aboliu qualquer possibilidade de eu jogar um GTA.
Você tá proibido de jogar esse jogo, viu, menino? E se eu te pegar tu jogando,
Eu arregaço a sua cara.
Só pra vocês terem uma ideia, a situação tava tão feia que eu nem tinha console mais em casa. E o meu Mega Drive já nem funcionava mais. E a única chance que eu tinha de jogar eram nas famosas Lan Houses. Só que não sei se vocês se lembram, até então eu tava proibido de jogar o CS e principalmente o GTA.
Eu arregaço a sua cara.
Até que em um desses dias, curiando o que a galera tava jogando, eu olhei pro monitor do lado. Que jogo é esse? E foi ali, meus queridos, que eu me apaixonei pela liberdade. E depois eu insisti muito, meu pai chegou com uma surpresa em casa. O tão sonhado PlayStation 2. E eu sei que você deve estar pensando aí, agora vai, né? Pois é. Eu também achei que tinha conseguido. Mas a sorte do pobre sempre dura pouco. Então o jogo simplesmente não rodou. E aquela tela icônica apareceu na tela do meu PlayStation. E foi ali que eu descobri que o meu PlayStation 2 era bloqueado. E só funcionava jogos originais. Mas dessa vez, eu não ia desistir. Eu e meu irmão literalmente juntamos cada moeda que a gente encontrava. Até o troco do pão foi desviado com o único intuito: desbloquear o nosso PlayStation 2. Todo esse corre não era só sobre jogar GTA, era sobre insistir, sobre conquistar. Era a verdadeira liberdade.
Oh shit, here we go again.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with the man who give life to the one of the most iconic character in the world of the video game, Carl Johnson from GTA San Andreas. We are here with young Melee, the man himself, the GOAT.
What's up, man?
Thank you so much for your time, man. This is so crazy for us. I'm so happy here personally in a professional way because this is so incredible for us, okay? So thank you so much.
Yeah, not a problem, man. Thank you. Because you're reaching out to all the fans in Brazil that support me. You know what I mean? So it's only right to do an interview with you. So I could reach back out to them. You know what I mean? This is from my Brazilian fan base. I know everybody gonna see it. You know?
Yeah.
Let me fuck with Brazil though. You know?
Everybody in Brazil here love you, man, so much. I want to tell you a quick story. That is crazy how the GTA San Andreas is so popular here in Brazil. In a few days, I'm in a neighborhood next of mine, and I'm at a liquor store, you know? And saw a homeless, and I'm using a t-shirt of GTA San Andreas, and he saw my shirt and say, "Hey yo, CJ!" Man, that's a crazy moment, you know? I just can't think, oh my god, the homeless here in Brazil know CJ, you know? That's crazy, man.
Yeah. Hey, that's kind of dope, man. You know what I mean? People on the streets know me everywhere. You know what I mean?
I know, man. That's crazy. So, growing up, were you more into video games, or was an art and creativity already calling you?
When I was younger, I mean, regular video games. I didn't start playing the GTA series until like maybe Vice City.
Okay.
With Tommy Vercetti. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got into it with that. So I knew a little bit about the franchise before I ever was CJ or I ever got called for the role or anything like that.
That's crazy, man. And when you receive the invite to become the CJ, how that call happen?
I was at home chilling.
Right.
And I get a call from DJ Pooh, very, very good friend of mine, man. He was working with Rockstar Games at the time.
Cool.
And they were in a meeting.
Okay.
And he called me on the phone and he put me on speakerphone. You know what I mean? And he was like, "Hey, yeah, what's up, Melee?" So I'm talking to him as it's just me and him on the phone. I'm thinking it's just me and Pooh.
Okay.
So I'm talking shit. I'm like, yeah, Pooh, I need some beats, man. You know what I mean? I got some more raps. I'm gonna come up to the studio.
Yeah.
So he was like, yeah. He just kept me talking because they were in there like, okay. Man, like, get him. Can you get him in for audition? Okay, so then me and Pooh hang up. And like 15 minutes later, he called me back. He was like, hey, Melee, I was in a meeting with Rockstar Games. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. And he was like, yeah, and they heard you talking and they want you to come in for an interview. I said, wait a minute, man. You was in a meeting, but why you didn't tell me? He said, because I didn't want you to be too cool and I didn't want you to put no extras on it. I wanted you to be Melee.
Perfect.
So when they heard me talking, you know what I mean? Not an interview, they wanted to get me into audition.
Okay.
So that's what started the process of Rockstar even hearing my voice. If it wasn't for DJ Pooh, like none of this would have happened, man.
That's crazy because DJ Pooh is a important character in the Rockstar universe, the GTA universe. Maybe some people here in Brazil don't know, but he also a fantastic producer and he made a lot of notable musics in the rap universe, right?
Yes, sir. He makes rap. He's a phenomenal producer.
Yeah.
He makes beats out of this world. He's produced for some of the biggest names in rap. He also does films.
Yeah, for sure.
Movies, Three Strikes, The Wash. If a lot of people seen the movie Friday.
Yeah, here in Brazil. Yeah, it's so famous here in Brazil, man. That's crazy. Everybody here know this movie. And this is crazy to mention that because I want to put the background of this moment in your career because you are making rap and you calling to DJ Pooh to asking for some beats, right?
No, he called me.
Oh! He called you?
He was in the meeting with Rockstar Games and he called me.
Oh, okay.
So I'm thinking that, hey, Pooh, man, I need some beats, man. You know what I mean? I got some new raps. I'm going to come in the studio. You know what I mean? And he was in there with them and they was like, yeah.
Cool, man. That's so dope. We know that growing up in LA ain't easy, okay? So you think that environment push you to tell real stories like the CJ ones?
Let me say this.
Okay.
I had nothing to do with the writing. That was like Pooh and Rockstar that did that. And by Pooh being a part of that team, he knows what's authentic and what's not.
Okay.
He knows the language, the lingo, all of that. So I really had nothing to do with the game being so authentic. Now, when I put my voice on it, then that was different. But everything else came from Pooh and the other writers that wrote San Andreas.
So you don't have any kind of liberty to improve the text, the acting?
It was some things in there that some words that we don't use in LA.
Okay.
That they had wrote in the script, and then I would tell them, hey, we don't talk like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They would take it out and then have me add, whatever word we do use for that.
Perfect. How much of you is in that character?
100%.
Okay.
100%. Because look, when you get a script, it's like reading a book. When you read a book, you have a voice in your own mind.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a voice, of what you're reading. So the thing of it is to take words off of paper and put character on it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that was my first time ever voice acting.
Really?
So yes. So I had fun with the experience of learning how to do the voice acting.
That's crazy, man. Because you give so much of your authenticity to the character that feels like you are acting a long time,
My lifestyle was not too far from that, so I didn't really have to do no acting. Now, if the game was based on being a doctor or a scientist, then maybe I would have had to act. I'd have been out of my league right now. But because it was a situation where CJ was from the streets, I really was from the streets, I really lived that life, then it really wasn't acting for me.
Okay.
It was just put Melee on CJ, bring this character to life. And if you notice, CJ kind of has a heart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He do what he got to do in the hood, but then you got other people that he deal with, like the blind guy, Woozy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where CJ tell him, hey man, I know you blind, but you got to see this.
Yeah.
And he's showing them the stuff about robbing the casinos and all that different type of stuff. So CJ just wasn't this hard dude and didn't know how to have compassion or a heart for nobody because he dealt with different people.
Yeah, for sure. And do you know how Rockstar Games reached the DJ pool? Because I know that he have some important participation on the casting, the part of the story, and I want to understand how Rockstar Games, that is a team of executive, came to the hood and meet that persons that can really unite the art and the reality of the streets.
Yeah, I have no idea how Pooh hooked up with Rockstar Games. That part I do not know.
Okay.
But them hooking up with Pooh, that was ideal. It was like hand in glove. It fit because he gave them what they wanted when it came to the authenticity. And you have to understand too, he writes movie scripts.
Yeah.
So for him to go from a movie script to a video game, I'm not sure how that works, but he has the mind and the capability of making that happen.
Yeah, perfect. Before GTA, while you were recording, did you realize that the game might become something massive culturally?
No, to be honest, I didn't. I just know, I knew it was going to be a big game because of Rockstar.
Okay.
I never knew the impact that it would have until years later. When you have people saying all you had to do was follow the train, when you have people quoting lines from the game, it lets you know that they put hours and hours and hours into this game.
That's so crazy, man, because here in Brazil, I can list for you at least 30 musics that I remember that mention CJ or GTA. I know that I saw many tattoos of CJ in Grove Street, you know. That's crazy how your character, how your participation impacts that culture, that pop culture, you know?
Yeah. Every time they drop a game, it's going to be successful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody waiting on GTA 6 right now.
Yeah.
Everybody. They pushed it back from May to November 19th, 2026. And guess what? Everybody's going to wait and they're going to be ready. Man. I'm waiting. Look,
me too.
People come up to me right now. Hey, what's going on with GTA 6? I don't know. Shit. You think they told me?
Yeah. Everybody wants that you return on a future GTA game, you know. Everybody hope for this.
I hope for it too.
Yeah.
I'm sitting at home like, please give me a GTA.
Please, Rockstar, please. How was this process of the GTA recording? Because now we know that they made with the motion capture, but on that time they used this too, or no, just recording your voice?
They had the motion capture, right? Literally, I'm sure you probably heard this before. You know those suits that the divers use when they go in the water?
Yeah.
It's like one of them tight ass suits, right?
Okay.
And they got balls. They got balls all over the suits.
So they capture your movements in your face, you right?
No, they didn't do my face.
Okay.
Now see, look, when they did GTA 5, those are the likeness and the voice of those guys because those characters look exactly like the people that play them.
Yeah.
Okay, when I got to Rockstar and I started doing the voiceover, CJ already looked like that. They didn't pattern CJ to look like me.
Okay.
I just gave my voice to CJ.
Okay, because we believe a long time that they use your physiognomy, your characteristic to bring life to CJ, but no.
He was already. I can't take no credit for that, man. That was Rockstar. He was already in the blue jeans and the white beater when I first saw him.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Do you think that when the game coming out, that in the beginning it was massive, or it's only hit later, a time later?
No, it was massive, man. Everything that company does is on a large scale. When they come out with a game, like at the time, if you look at the graphics of GTA 5,
yeah,
and you look at the graphics of San Andreas, it's like old school and new school.
Yeah.
It's pixelated because, but at the time, we talking about 2004.
Yeah.
That was the best. That was the best graphics in the world at that time.
For sure.
You know what I mean? It was. I'm not sure when GTA 5 came out. Maybe
2030.
okay, 13. So that was
13.
what, 9 years?
Yeah.
9 years after, right? Okay, now look, this is 12 or 13 years after since GTA 5. So GTA 5 had a longer run than San Andreas did before GTA 5 came out.
This is crazy, man. Oh my gosh, just to think about that is insane because nowadays when we play GTA San Andreas, the game have so much to bring that we don't care about the graphics, you know?
When you can do all these different side missions, when you can hop in a car and go to the baller neighborhood and shoot at them and get the 5 stars with the police and all this different type of stuff, the lowrider meets.
Yeah.
Going to pick up my girlfriend, Denise.
This is crazy, man. Do you like lowriders on real life?
Oh yeah. I'm from that culture, man. We low riders and Harleys, and that's what we do out here in Los Angeles, man.
That's crazy. Do you have some favorite car in your list?
Well, out here we ride in Chevys, Cadillac Chevys.
Yeah.
Really the older cars, like the 59s, the 62s, the 63s, Fords, on up. It depend on your preference. You know what I mean? Hey, 'cause look, my cousin got a 64, a white one.
We love it.
Out of this world. You should see Solo 64, clean as a whistle.
Yeah, he don't talk too much about his project, but I'm a car guy, I'm a car guy, and I love this so much, man.
Now he's posted a couple pictures, videos with that car. Yeah, man, that is amazing car, man.
Yeah, I imagine, bro. When I go to LA, I want to see this on real life. Okay.
Okay. Gotta be careful. Hey, these LA streets is dangerous like the streets of Brazil. So, you know what I mean? At least you got your head on already right, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
So we want to have you here in Brazil, man. That's gonna be a pleasure.
Hey, please hurry up and get me over there, man.
Yeah, please. So GameCons here in Brazil, BGS, GameCon, RetroCon, please bring the young Melee here to Brazil, please, guys. Let's make this happen, okay? Let's make this happen.
Do you know that I get so much like messages and DMs like Brazil loves you, and what that does is that make me love them. Like even in Saudi Arabia and Dubai and all these different places, even in London, like they tell me, man, they love you over here. Hey, I love y'all back too. I just got to get over there so we can make something happen though.
Bro, you don't have idea, because here in Brazil, when the PS2 came out, it's so expensive for the Brazilian people to have the original DVDs, the original game. But here in Brazil, the piracy, the fake, they pirate too much, man. And the GTA San Andreas here sell a lot, man, with the mods, all these modifications, So everybody knows CJ. My grandma knows CJ, man. This is crazy.
Hey, tell grandma I said hello, man.
Okay, for sure. Oh my gosh, man. So was there any line or scene that are so wild or funny that is hard to record because everybody gets laughing?
It was a couple of things. Like if CJ is standing there too long, he'll start saying random shit.
Yeah.
Warm it up, Kane. Warm it up, CJ. Warm it up, Kane.
The music that the CJ sings, cool.
Out of nowhere, CJ would do this shit. The actual funny line to me, and one of my favorite lines, was when I was with Woozy. Okay. And I said, "Hey man, I know you blind, but you gotta see."
That's the perfect line, man.
Now, I know you blind, man, but you gotta see this. Very clever.
We have so many memes with this.
Yeah, but the supporters made that, oh shit, here we go again. They made that famous as fuck. It's on everything. You know what I mean? So I'm not mad at it. You see what I got on right now.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
Your brand, man. And do you have some favorite line in the GTA?
Like you got to remember too, that shit was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So not an absolute favorite line. Everything that I said it the best I could. Sometimes they wanted things a little bit different. I didn't know what they were gonna keep or what they were gonna not keep. You know what I mean? It was up to them. So they took everything and they put it together and they put together a masterpiece. Like I didn't make them famous. They made me famous. You know what I mean? They could have got my sister to play CJ and it would have still been a iconic game. It's legendary, man.
Do you remember how many days do you spend on the booth?
Not right off, but I know it was a couple of years in the making of me doing it. And when I would go to work, like some of the regular actors, they would work for like 4 hours and they'll be done for the day. I would go in there and go from 10 to 12, sometimes 14 hours, like getting down because I wanted this project to be everything that they wanted. So you have to understand, when somebody's doing something for the first time, they have no experience. I wanted to give the directors and the owners the vision and what they hear. So it was times where I would say a line and I thought it was good. And they was like, no, like say it like this. Okay, and I say it like that and they say perfect. And I'm like, okay, cool. And they say, yeah, and I do it again.
Perfect. Okay, more than perfect.
Yeah, so perfect don't mean we're done. It just means I like that one right there. Say it again.
Okay,
so I had to learn that, but that was the fun in it. Learning the job. Because see, if I was to do CJ right now, oh my God, it would be way different because I know exactly what I'm doing now.
Perfect, man.
You know, they made me seem like I was a natural at what I was doing. You know what I mean? I'm sure some people over there got some stories like, oh my God, Melee, man, he said this line 400 times and only got it right twice. You know what I mean?
That's crazy to know that, man.
It was one of the best like experiences in my life, and I didn't realize it until after all that time passed, and you hear so many different people saying, thanks for being a part of my childhood. You don't know how many hours I put in on that game, or me and my brother would play, or my mom didn't let me have it, so my uncle got it for me, and I would take the game, and they had memory cards to go into PS2.
Oh, yeah.
So I take my game and the memory card, I go to my uncle's house and I play. So just hearing stories from the actual supporters of the game, like that make me feel good.
Yeah, that's crazy that you mentioned that, bro, because on my childhoods, I live on a poor hoods, you know, something that here in Brazil we call favela. And I remember,
hey, that's where all the neighborhoods are on top.
Yeah,
hey, I've heard it's dangerous as a motherfucker.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I used to live there until 2010. You know, a great part of my life. I born on 96 and lived there 2010. You know, so I remember that I had to walk kind of 4 miles to play on my friend's house, the GTA San Andreas. So these yeah, man. So because I don't have a PS2 at that time, so this always a special moment to us to play the game, you know, because it is a moment that we share with our friends and we connect with that universe that's completely different for us, you know. I just saw what the neighborhood that I'm living, but when I play at GTA, I become to think that have something more in the universe that I can meet, that I can explore, you know. So that's so special for me, the GTA.
Yeah, hey, but you know what? Just hearing that right now, that's a hell of a story. You used to walk 4 miles to go play a game and see. So those are times in your life that you'll always remember, no matter what. I was doing a Comic-Con today, and a young lady was telling me that her father used to play San Andreas a lot, and he passed away. So she wanted to come and get an autograph and a picture in the name of her father. It's things that happen with this game that people will always remember for the rest of their lives, because it was a generation
Yeah.
of people. Now, the majority of my fan base are older.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I had a kid today, he had to be 3 or 4 years old, right?
Right.
His dad said, "Hey, who is that?" He said, "CJ." He said, "What does CJ say?" He said, "Oh shit, here we go again." Hold on.
Oh my god, that's so iconic, bro.
Look.
Yeah. That's awesome, bro.
This is a kid.
Yeah.
He was nowhere to be found when this game came
Yeah,
out.
bro, it's crazy because your personality will live forever in this game, you know?
Yeah, I'll be dead and gone, and my voice will still be here on this earth, man.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Immortalize me right there, man.
Yeah, man. So I want you to know a curiosity. When you are on the booth and you have to record these girlfriend moments, you know, how was it to voice in that situations?
I was in there like I was really in there with a bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta act like you really in there with the female. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Hey, you know they got the hot coffee mod on there.
Yeah,
too, the original game.
Do you record some lines to the hot coffee?
I don't remember doing that. I think it's just more or less the graphics that they was having on there. But I don't remember like making no noises or doing nothing like that. Hey,
Yeah.
If you find some, let me know.
Okay, the files. Okay. and you following that controversy with the hot coffee on the time?
I just saw what's that lady name? Hillary Clinton, right?
Yeah, man.
She banned the game, right? Okay, but that didn't do nothing but make it more popular.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
she
for
probably
sure.
saw her grandkids playing the shit, or somehow it ended up on her desk where she said, "I'm gonna ban this game." So then they had to come out with the remaster. If you have the original copy, the whole CD, the game cover is black. Now the other ones might have yellow. I mean, not yellow, they're red, or they're a different color because that was after they took the hot coffee out of it.
And this version with the hot coffee became so rare, you know?
Yeah. Well, you have to know the codes or something like that to get in it. It just don't pop up. You know what I mean? You got to be really into it. And then look, let me tell you this. For y'all to be over there pirating games, y'all got some smart people over there, man.
Yeah, Brazil's crazy, man. Brazil is crazy, man. And here we have a big community of modders in Brazil, of GTA modders. You know? So you actually lived through the LA riots in the early 90s?
Oh yeah. That was something that, you know, we'll remember forever. It wasn't a good time. It was chaotic. It was confusion. It was uncertainty. When something like that happens, like people on the outside, they might think that that's fun because they see people running in and out of stores, taking stuff. It's very chaotic at that time, man. And it's not cool. You know what I mean? Like that was not a good moment for Los Angeles history. Now, in a way it was, because it showed togetherness in some of the communities. And that lasted about a week or two. But, you know, some peace is better than none. But at that time, it was like, it was chaotic in Los Angeles, man.
Imagine, bro. I like to see that era reflect on GTA San Andreas. Did you feel real to you?
Really, everything in that game was authentic. They're not gonna let that game come out until everything is perfect. This is how you have the crooked cops with Tenpenny.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you have guys like Big Smoke and Ryder working with the ballers, working with Tenpenny, working with the enemies. Now, it really hurt my feelings in real life when I was playing the game and I had to kill Ryder.
Yeah, man.
That really hurt my feelings because Ryder, the homie from the hood.
Yeah.
But I find out that you did me wrong. Like you and Big Smoke had something to do with my mother getting murdered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I really was invested into that game where my feelings was really hurt when I had to kill him. But after I did it, I was happy.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. When we discovered that plot on GTA San Andreas, I don't have doubts that everybody who played this game feel your heart hurt, you know?
Yeah, because something happened that you wasn't expecting to happen, and then you find out later. But see, the whole time, Caesar was trying to tell me, hey man, it's your homies, man. And I wouldn't believe him because I was so blinded that the homies from Grove Street wouldn't do this, man.
My family, man, can be possible.
But it happens in real life. And this is what makes that game so authentic, man.
Yeah, for sure. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The game feels crazy, authentic. How you think that is important to tell all the stories of LA community in these games?
It's very important to get it out there. Just like when you have, like say for instance, they show Brazil in games, or they show Brazil on television. You want it represented correctly.
Yeah. Perfect.
Everything is not all bad over there. You know, you have to show some of the good, but you do have the bad. You know what I mean? That's just like anywhere. So it's important to not sugarcoat anything, to show the good and the bad, and to keep it authentic.
Yeah, for sure. And now we have the first opportunity to have our country in a game. That a game that came developing is called 171, and is known as Brazilian GTA. You know, because
what?
Yeah, that's so crazy,
now,
man.
Let me ask you this: are the people that's doing the game from Brazil?
Yeah.
So they're gonna make sure that Brazil is represented correctly, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, congratulations, though, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. They will be happy.
Congratulations, Brazil.
Yeah, they will be happy to know that you know this game, all right? And if you receive an invite to give life a character in a Brazilian game, did you accept this?
If I could be a character in a Brazilian game, you know what? Shit, you just put me on the spot right there. Hey, look, I said I would never, ever do another video game, period, because it will never match San Andreas.
Yeah.
So it's like, if that's the only one and I don't do no more, I'm fine with that because that game is so iconic.
Yeah. We don't have words, man.
Now, what I want to do is like anime, cartoons, comic characters. I'm open to doing anything that's going in a certain direction. You know what I mean? Like somebody hit me from Brazil and said, hey, Melee, would you be CJ in this game? No, I can't do that. You know what I mean? But if they said, hey, would you play this guy right here? And he's some type of boss from LA. Oh, hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, man, that's cool. and looking back, if you could change or add something to CJ's story, what would you be?
I can't say that I would change anything or add anything. Just, I'm not sure, like, I know CJ don't die on the game, but they said in GTA 5, like, you can find him in a casket somewhere. That shit hurt my feelings, man.
Yeah.
But the way that they wrote it, the way that they edited everything and they put it together, like, I think that's as perfect as you can get, man. I wouldn't change or take anything away. And then, like I said, too, we did so much material to where it's stuff that I forgot. That they didn't put in there, you know what I mean?
So, are you happy with the end of the story?
Hell yeah. Tenpenny dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm still alive. Everybody that double crossed us is gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not sure what happened to my brother. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where Sweet at.
And CJ became a great imprinter.
Is that right?
CJ.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He started to work with the Mad Dog, with the records, you know, and a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Ice-T too. Ice-T was Mad Dog in there. Hey man, it's a lot of stars in that game right there, man.
Do you have some crazy story of the making of that you can share with us?
No, because look what they did. I wasn't in there when like the big actors and shit was doing they lines and shit. Okay. I wouldn't have wanted to be in there because at that time, I'm nobody to a big actor, right? Okay, and then sometimes certain people have certain attitudes because they're, a big time person. And I wouldn't want to have to beat one of them motherfuckers up for acting, For real.
Oh my god, man! And do you have contact with someone that's been part of the GTA San Andreas, MC8? I don't know.
But yeah. I'm friends with MC8. I got songs with 8. Me and 8 are real cool, like in real life. Who else on there? Yo.
Yeah.
She plays my sister Kendall. Other than that, like real life relationships.
Today, how's your relation with Rockstar Games and with the fans?
It's great. Well, I can't say with Rockstar. I haven't heard anything from Rockstar in such a long time. But the supporters, but see, look, let me tell you this. It was looked at a certain type of way that, oh, he don't care about the fans. No, what I call those people are supporters because they support your work.
Yeah.
Now, somebody later to me explained, well, fan is like a fanatic of, okay, but I like to call people supporters.
Yeah.
So okay. So like you, I wouldn't say I'm a fan of yours. I'm gonna say I'm a supporter of yours because you have to look at it like this. It was a guy today who didn't even know that I was the voice of CJ. He came because he know me from my music career.
That's crazy.
That is a supporter because he heard my name and that I was gonna be here. He came. He said, dude, I had no idea that you were CJ on Grand Theft Auto. Everybody don't play video games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I had a music career also. Now, those people are supporters. Yeah. I'm not saying, oh, fuck the fans or I don't like the fans. No, I call them supporters because they support my work.
Yeah, that's perfect, man. When you recorded the GTA San Andreas, do you have any contact with the Hauser brothers or the Rockstar Games executives?
I haven't spoken to anyone from there in years. Now, I had a great relationship with Dan Hauser. Me and him worked side by side. He directed me on a lot of the stuff. Yes, and this is the owner or one of the owners of the company.
Yeah.
So I'm getting direction directly from Dan Hauser, and he had just did a recent interview where he was saying it was hey, I love you, Dan Hauser, thank you, and if you ever see this shit, call me.
Please, Dan Hauser. I will mention that I watched this interview and he sent a shout out for you and say good things about you and about your work. That's so crazy, man. I'm so happy to watch this.
Yeah, well, the thing of it is this, man. Like I said, those people gave me a once in a lifetime experience, and I'm grateful. That's like winning the lottery because out of everybody on this planet, they chose me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know what a lot of people say? He doesn't sound like CJ anymore. That was 20 years ago. and I've been smoking a pack of cigarettes a day.
Oh my God, man.
So yeah, you're not gonna get that young CJ voice no more, man. You're getting that old Melee voice now, man.
But now, man, we are more than 20 years later, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, my voice 10 years ago is a kid voice, you know?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Do you think that if the GTA happened today, you probably have a more relation with your fan base? Because
when it came out, we didn't have social media. Imagine if fucking Instagram and all this other shit was around when that, Jesus Christ. See, we didn't have that back then.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna say we didn't have it. It wasn't the large platforms how it is now. You know what I mean? But all I can do is really respect. It's like the old basketball players, right? The old basketball players, they paved the way for these youngsters, right?
For sure.
But the old basketball players, they didn't have shoe deals like everybody else. They didn't get paid all these money like these youngsters do. So it's just depending on your time period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On what's going on when it comes to stuff like that.
For sure. So everybody, please follow Young Melee on Instagram. Everybody.
Yeah, please do.
Let's help
come
him.
holler at me, man.
How many followers do you have today?
Oh, shit, I don't know, about 100,000.
So everybody who see this interview, follow him. Let's help him to reach 2,000 at least. Okay, guys?
Okay, let's do it.
Let's
I don't
go,
give a
let's
fuck if
do
it's-
it.
Hey, I don't care if it's 2 people. That's that's more than I had last time.
So let's go, everybody. Let's get it.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. Thank you, and thank you for being
man.
patient, because you really waited. And I told you, like, we're gonna end up doing it. I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not gonna tell you something and it don't happen.
Thank
you know
you
what I
so
mean?
much,
And
man.
you was very patient. I appreciate you. You know what? You could have been like, man, fuck Melee, man. I've been asking this dude for this interview and he didn't do it, but we finally got it done. I told you I was gonna do it. You know what I mean?
So thank you so much. Maybe the public don't know, but we have a conversation about more than 1 year to make this interview. And I waited because I know this is so important, you know. It's not just an interview. It's just a Marco in this era, you know. This is so important to the gaming community and the Brazilian community, you know.
But see, that's the biggest thing. Like I said, I get so much love from Brazil to where I have to show it back. You can't just receive all this love and you not show it back.
Yeah.
So when you told me like this for the Brazilian people, I'm like, all right, let's do it. Now I know other people are gonna see this who aren't from Brazil, but this right here was specifically for the Brazilian people so they can hear from me, so they can have, you know, and then you're a big guy over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So by you doing this interview for these people, like, you did them a favor as well. It wasn't just me.
Thank you.
So thank you for bringing me to the Brazilian people, man.
Thank you so much for your time, man. That's crazy. I can't believe this happened, you know. Now you recorded a movie, right?
Oh yeah. It was a few years ago. It was called Kings of LA.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. Kings of LA.
Yeah. I had a small role, you know, I had a small role in there. That's what I'm trying to do now, get these movie scripts, learn how to write these movie scripts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not out here trying to ask people to put me in shit. I'm working on it myself so I can do my own thing.
Crazy, man.
Now I'm not turning down no opportunities to do something that's gonna skyrocket, but at the same time, I'm not waiting for anybody to do anything.
Perfect. And do you have some projects that can happen soon that you can share with us?
I just did I'm working on something right now where I just gave my voice to a movie that they do in AI. It's called Dank, The Quest for Euphoria. Yeah, so it has my voice. The character looks like me. You know what I mean? It looked like a younger version of me. It's about a female and she a weed plant. And so everybody that she goes around that has a problem, she ends up fixing them because she has weed vapors coming off of her. I play myself in the movie.
This is crazy, man.
Now that's the latest thing. Cause see, I was just on tour with Ice Cube a few months ago, bro.
Yeah,
and
man.
that right there was it was a life-changing experience in many ways, man.
I imagine, man.
You know, to be able to get out there on the road, still do music, to still
That's certainly a milestone on your career, right?
Yeah, to still be relevant, man, and still get out here and make stuff happen, man. I'm appreciative and I'm grateful for everything that I got going on right now, man. I haven't been in the studio working on nothing myself lately, but I will go in there. Me and Dub C gonna get in there and try to pump out this record real quick.
And you told us that you don't want to make another video game without a project. But if Rockstar Games invite you to record a series, a TV show, or one movie with the GTA San Andreas thematic, you think that you down on it?
Fuck yeah. If they
Everybody
call me for
wants
anything,
this, man. Everybody
if they call me
wants.
for anything, they say, hey, Melee, man, we just want you to come down here and check this game out real quick. Sit them down there, man. Because look,
Please, Rockstar.
I'm not going to say those people. I'm going to say that company and that team that was there when I was there. They did something for me that was life-changing.
Yeah.
And I'm always grateful for that opportunity that they gave me because they could have gave it to anybody, man.
Yeah. And speaking on music, you dropped a mixtape inspired by San Andreas, right?
Well, yeah. It came after. I already had the majority of the music done.
Yeah.
And what I ended up doing was doing the San Andreas theme song.
Yeah,
And
man.
then putting that song first on the mixtape. You know what I mean? The music,
crazy.
look, the music was already in the works.
Yeah.
Like I had a lot of them songs. I was putting this album together. I was putting the mixtape together already.
Yeah.
And then the game had came out, and then a year later,
Right.
I put the mixtape out.
Ah!
Same kind of cover with the San Andreas theme song on there. You know, and then
Genius,
it did pretty
man.
good, man. Yeah, they're pretty good, bro.
In Brazil, we have a mod version that in the intro played your rap, you know? So
is that right?
Yeah. And everybody wants to find this version that have your rap, you know?
Hey, you know what? I'ma send it to you. I'ma send you the whole song, man.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, I'll send it to you, no problem.
Thank you
And then
so
look,
much.
you get that shit to everybody out there in Brazil, man.
For
Let 'em
sure, man. Let's check, bros. We will receive this. The link will gonna be here on the description, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let's do it. Do you think the GTA opened doors for your career musically or creatively?
Well, I'm not gonna say it opened doors musically because the same people. I've been dealing with the same people before GTA and after. GTA got me known globally, where music probably wouldn't have done that. When like you may have little kids in the favelas out there in Brazil, they might not know who some of these rappers or singers are over here because they never heard of them. But guess what? They know who CJ is.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. There's some important moments on your career that you want to share with the fans that they maybe don't know?
No, not nothing basic, not nothing too, out there yet. It's some things that I'm working on that I'm not sure when they'll be coming out or even the name of them. So it's not nothing that just extra important right now other than I'm getting back on the grind with like different things. I really want to get into these movie scripts, man.
When you ride on the streets, you think the people recognize more you of the Young Melee, the rapper, or the CJ? Both.
Yeah, and I don't mind either one of them. You know what I mean? Because it's the same person, it's a brand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not mad that people know me from being CJ.
Perfect.
That's an honor, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm CJ from Grand Theft Auto. And
Yeah.
can't nobody change that, bro.
That's perfect, bro. And if you could give an advice to your younger self right before become the CJ, what would you tell him?
Have patience. Don't be a hothead. Listen more than you speak, because people who have lived longer than you, they know more than you do. They've been your age, you haven't been there. So as a young person, you think as a young person.
Yeah.
But as you get older and your mind develops fully, you turn into a grown man. And then at that point, you think like a grown man. Now, everybody don't catch on.
Yeah.
You still have grown people that act like kids, man. And then you have some young people who act like they're already grown. So it just, I would tell my younger self to be a little bit more patient, not to be a hothead, and that everything was going to be all right.
And in looking back, what do you think is the CJ biggest legacy in the pop culture?
That he made things happen. You know what I mean? You said CJ's legacy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, CJ made things happen. He only came back to the hood because his mother got murdered. You know what I mean? I think he had left because his brother got killed, Brian. He had got killed before. So he left because his brother gets murdered, and then he has to come back because his mother gets murdered.
Yeah.
And then he cleans up everything around that neighborhood that wasn't right. He had the dude, it was a guy named The Truth or something. He used to always get high. It was a white
Yeah.
so you had crazy ass Catalina.
Yeah.
CJ is a gang member. He can deal with this crazy ass woman. he just didn't want to.
Catalina was the unique character that put that make CJ feel scared, you know?
She was crazy as a motherfucker, man.
Yeah, man, she's crazy, man. When you were on the streets, how did your community give you a feedback about your character, about the CJ?
Oh, they loved it. They loved it because it was like one of them had made it and did something that was huge. But see, the thing with me was I never acted no different than what I was before because I got a certain job that other people might didn't get. It didn't change me as a person because when people start to feel themselves or get their head big because it's something that they do, then who are you when you don't do that no more?
Yeah.
I still want to be welcome around the same people that I was welcome around before I did what I did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And acting a certain type of way where I come from can get you beat up or murdered. You know what I mean? Yeah. So keep the same level head, man. And just because you did a good job on something, that don't make you better than the next person.
Yeah, for sure. That's a cool advice, bro. What's your reaction when you find out that your cousin, Chalfontino, was gonna be the Franklin on GTA 5?
To be honest, I was mad as a motherfucker, man, because...
Why?
Man, let me tell you though, I wasn't mad because he was Franklin. I was happy about that.
Yeah.
Right? I was mad because he didn't tell me that he was going to be Franklin on GTA 5. You would think he would be like, hey, cuzzo, don't say nothing, but I'm Franklin on GTA 5.
Yeah, man.
I did not find out until the world found out. He was on the I'm like, man, why you didn't tell me these shit? He said, man, I didn't tell nobody.
That's so unfair because when you made CJ, Chalfontino made a gang member.
He was a side voice in San Andreas, and a lot of people don't know that. If you bump into one of the homies, you're going to hear solo voice on there.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. So he could invite you to be a gang member on the GTA 5 too, right? And when you guys have a family dinner and have all your cousins on the table, what they tell about, because I think that in all family have this comparative with your cousins, you know, when your mom say, look, your cousin is a dentist, your cousin is a lawyer, you know, and you guys are GTA protagonists, two protagonists in the family.
They don't care. They
Really?
treat us the same as they did before. Yeah. What it is, it's a great achievement for us both.
Yeah.
But nobody treats us no different. Like, we just like the cousins who didn't do shit.
Okay, so don't have a debate about who was the better protagonist.
Oh, well, CJ will always be the better protagonist.
Yeah, for sure, man.
You know what I mean? Hey, what I do like is Franklin was a street dude and he tried to clean his life up. You know what I mean? He didn't try to stay in those old ways of the streets, because the streets will lead you to death or the penitentiary. You have a certain amount of time to be out there doing your thing. Don't be an old man in the streets now.
For sure.
Because that's not a good look. If you're going to be in the street, you do it as you a youngster, you get yourself together, and then you get out of those streets.
For sure.
Because I've been on tour. I've been doing these Comic-Cons. I've been all over the place. And I can pull up to the same place and see the same people hanging out in the same place. So the streets aren't going anywhere. Do something with your life. The streets are going to always be there, man.
Awesome advice, bro. That's the real talk, you know. So now I need your help, man, because I'm trying to get healthy and I'm trying to get a shape, you know. And you obviously use the Max Muscle cheat code of the GTA because, man.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh my god. Can you send me some exercise to improve myself?
Oh, hell yeah, I'll send you something, man. Have you over there looking right in the next couple months.
For sure, man. If one day you invited to Brazil to make some Comic-Con or something like that, you accept this?
Hell yeah. I love to come to Brazil, man. My cousin been over there already a couple times, and he told me it's like a certain game show or game something that they do over there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit, I want to go over there and do it too, because I saw a video clip where it was a guy in the crowd asking, hey, what's up with CJ? What's up with your cousin, man?
Yeah, man.
So instead of them asking other people, I want to sit up there and they can ask me.
For sure. When we use it to part of the Comic-Cons, the first thing that we imagine is when the CJ come to Brazil, when Young Melee come to Brazil, because everybody here love you, man. And when you come here, you will see how beloved you are, okay?
Yeah. I can't wait to come to Brazil, man.
Please, man. So BGS, Gamescom, RetroCon, all cons here in Brazil, please bring Young Melee. Everybody here in Brazil want this, okay?
Let's make it happen, man. Hey, look, too. I just want to see the favelas. I don't want to go hang out over there.
Please,
I just want to
man.
see that.
Okay, I made a deal with Shaw Fontino that when he returned to Brazil, I will take him to the favela. But when he return, he don't accept my invite, okay? So have a deal with you now. So when you come to Brazil, I will take you to the favela, okay?
Hey, you good over there?
Yeah, I'm from the hood, so it's okay.
If you good in the hood, then I'm with you. I'm good too.
Bro, nobody in Brazil will want to make bad to CJ, you know? Nobody will try this.
Yeah.
Nobody will try CJ here, okay?
I can't wait to see the people over there, because I've been told for years and years and years
That's gonna
that
be
they
fun.
love me over there, and to hear it, now I want to see it, now I want to feel it, and come over there and see what the country is like, man.
Here is so beautiful, man. We will enjoy a lot, for sure.
Yeah.
And just for finish, man, I want to show you something very special that one big fan of you made. That's my boy called Luciano, you know? Cadmiel Luciano.
He made the dog.
Yeah, man. Here's your... This is the first one, you know? This is the first one that he made. Is the CJ statue, bro. Look this, man.
That's nice. That's really
so nice, man. And we want to send one of these to you. Look this, man.
You got the Grove Street for life at the bottom.
So
Come on,
crazy.
man. Grove Street for life, baby.
God.
Oh, that's dope.
That's so
got the
dope,
Grand Theft
man.
Auto.
Yeah. And I know that you been a con, I think it's Toronto, Canada, something like that.
Yeah.
So we will send to the event the statue for you. Okay?
Okay.
For like a gift for you, because it's so important to us.
And I'm gonna hold on to it and cherish it, man, because for somebody to take time out of their life, not their day, not their week, but somebody to take time out of their life and make something for me, I really appreciate that, man.
Okay, man. Thank you so much. This is so cool, because this is so iconic, you know? It's so iconic.
Yeah.
And I think gonna be so special for you to look the character that you being part, you know? That's so cool.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey, tell your boy I said thank you, man, and I really appreciate it.
For sure, man. Thank you so much. So, this is Young Melee. Thank you so much, man. I feel so honored to have this interview, because I know that you solo profile, you don't give interviews, so this is so important for us here in Brazil. Sorry about my English. I'll try my best.
Hey, your English is perfect, and check this out. English is your second language, right?
Yeah. for sure.
Some people can only speak one.
Yeah.
So you good with me, man.
Thank you so much, man. This is so special for me. I never imagined in my best dreams that I will have this conversation with you. So thank you so much, man.
Not a problem. And I seen the video you did when you was doing the San Andreas shit on there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that you comment on my rap
yeah, I
music,
did.
man.
Because I liked it, man. I really liked it. You know what I
Thank
mean?
you so much, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
So
not a
that's
problem,
it.
bro.
So that's it, guys. This is our interview. I hope everybody like it. Please drop your like. Go follow Young Melee on Instagram. Please, let's help him to reach the 2,000 followers, 2,000K. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This is Standing Play. This is Young Melee. This iconic interview for Brazilian people. That's it, man.
That's right. I appreciate you and thank you, brother.
Thank you so much. So
I'll talk to you soon.
thank you, bro. Thank you so much for your time. I'm so happy, so honored. I'm happy because you told one thing in this interview that is so true, that many times when you are a fan of someone and you know this person on real life, you maybe get disappointed because of the way of the people. But now I'm more your fan because of the human being that you are. Okay.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that. And look, see, a lot of people, when they don't know you, they get a certain perception of you or think that you're a certain type of way.
Yeah.
I'm a cool motherfucker, man, until I'm not.
All right. That's it, man. Thank you so much. Can you send a shout out for Everton, my editor, who are editing this video right now?
Yeah, shout out to Everton, man, for doing the editing on the videos, man. Anybody who got a hand in this project to bring this to the Brazilian people, shout out to y'all. Shout out to the people that we don't see, you know what I mean? And shout out to this man right here for bringing me to y'all.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much, Melino. Bro,
Yeah. not a
God
problem.
bless you. God bless you so much,
too.
man. You are the true one. Thank you so much. Now I'm more your fan than before, and that's it, man.
I
see you.
appreciate it, man. Hey, reach out to me anytime. I got you, brother.
For sure. When I go to LA, I will reach out. You okay?
Hey, please do. Please do.
For sure, man. Thank you so much.
All right, take it easy.
That's it, man.